Hello, assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good afternoon. Today we are here with the Swinburne University of Technology. So with me, there have Mr. Elton joining, and he is the marketing officer of Swinburne University of Technology. So he's going to give you all the information about the university, about the introduction of the university, admission support, then the scholarship, the facilities student will get. So it will be very helpful. Who would like to study in Malaysia and also Australia? So they will get the proper information, the guideline, and the admission process to study in Malaysia and Australia. So here is Mr. Hilton. So now I'm going to pass to Mr. Hilton to discuss about himself and about the university. Hi, Mr. Hilton. How are you doing?
Okay. Yes, I'm doing good. Hope everything is fine. Balo Achi, right? If I get
Yeah.
my Bengali right, I'm
Yes.
very good. So first of all, I really thank you, NSS Solution for inviting Swinburne University for this session. Yeah, so just a brief introduction about myself. My name is Elton. I am the officer for student recruitment for Swinburne University of Technology in the Malaysia campus. So, just a brief introduction about Swinburne University is that Swinburne University, we are actually an Australian university. We have two campuses in Swinburne. We have one in Melbourne, which is our main campus, and we have another one which is the branch campus in Kuching, Sarawak, Malaysia. All right. So for those who are not familiar with Sarawak, basically we are from in East Malaysia. We actually travel, I think, local flight, from KL, it's about 1 hour plus minus about that. So you can fly over to the east side of Malaysia, and here in Sarawak, we do, we actually quite a diverse kind of states here in Malaysia. And at Swinburne itself, we offer programs such as business engineering, science design, computing, arts, and also quantity survey, which is the built environment, right? And one of the benefit of you coming to Swinburne University is basically the ranking. We're talking about we're actually one of the top 1% global ranked university. So which makes us, all our students were able to get a job within 6 months of graduation easily. Our employability rate is about 94% in 6 months. And also our students can actually not only are they able to work in locally like Malaysia or Australia, New Zealand or Bangladesh, but if you want to go anywhere else in the world, our degree is actually pretty much accepted in the industry, right? Yeah, so that's a little bit background about Swinburne University. So what's
Oh, that's great to know. So everyone, you guys prepare your question before Mr. Elton go for the brief of the university. So Mr. Elton, could you please show about the university video so the students can get the basic idea about the university. So it will
so
help students to know about the university.
so sorry, I didn't get your question again. Come again.
Could you please show any video of the university to the students?
Oh, okay. All right, sure, no problem. If I may, let me check. Um, for Swinburne, so on. So we have actually one of the video. It's about Swinburne in the Malaysia campus. It give you an idea of how does lives in Kuching looks like. Okay, so
Yeah,
this is the video that I can share. Please hold on here. Um,
sure. So I think it will be helpful for the students who would like to study in overseas to get the brief idea, food and accommodations. Like sometimes
yeah,
the guardian are very worried. Okay, where they're sending, where is the university located, many more.
yeah. So basically, one of the good thing about Swinburne is, when you actually come into Swinburne here, you are getting an Australian degree. So the Malaysia campus give a student an idea of coming here to Swinburne. You don't have to go to Australia for to get an Australian degree, but at the same time, you are getting a Swinburne degree itself here at a very affordable price. So we are talking about one third of the cost, right? So if let's say you are going to Australia, that would cost you about perhaps talking about 30,000 Aussie dollars to about 37 Aussie dollars a year.
per
Whereas
year.
in Malaysia, yeah, whereas in Malaysia, that would cost about three times much more cheaper or more affordable if you compare it to Australia.
So, like,
Yeah.
for if any students they started to do like bachelor programs in Swinburne University in Malaysia. So, is there any stated like, oh, the student certificate, like the certificate is from Swinburne University, Malaysia, or it will be stated directly Swinburne University of Technology?
Okay. So regardless of which campus you go for, whether you are going for Australia or you're going for the Malaysia campus, the certificate is the same, and the certificate itself will only show you are from Australia graduate. So it is actually the same degree itself from Swinburne.
Oh, that's great. That means the students saving three times of the cost, and also like they're getting the same certificate as the students who are living and studying in Australia. Because the Australia
Yes,
food
correct.
accommodation, the tuition fees is very expensive. Sometimes the student prefer, oh, they go, then can go part-time job, can earn and pay tuition fees. So instead of that, I think this is very helpful. The students join in Malaysian campus. So if the degree is like 3 years program, so if they study in Australia 1 year, so that cost they can cover full bachelor program in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So I think that is very good, like information for the students and also mostly for the guardian. So sometimes the guardian also don't know about the total cost and the living and lifestyle. So they can get a clear idea. So if anyone have a questions, so at the before the end of the sessions, we will have an question and answer session. So everyone get the chance to talk with the university directly and ask the questions.
Yeah. So just now you mentioned earlier, about the lifestyle at Swinburne. So allow me to share my screen, so then students can actually have a look. Please hold on here. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can see. Yes, you can see.
Yeah, can.
Okay, I play. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure. You can put.
All right.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Mr. Elton, for
Yeah.
sharing the video. And I feel like to come to Sarawak to see the campus again and again. So this the
Yes.
life is very informative, and also the life is so like showcase. So anyone who would like to study, I think it would be the best choice for you guys to study in Sarawak and get the Australian certificate. Then you can get the job anywhere in the world. So, Mr.
Yeah.
Elton, so there have some of the queries that the student needs to ask. Okay, so if they want to study in Swinburne University, after that, they can travel or transfer their credit to Swinburne, Australia. And what are the
Uh,
process?
Okay, so yes, students can actually transfer or opt for transfer or exchange to Swinburne, Australia while they're studying here. So what's the difference between exchange and transfer is that exchange is meant to say that you go for Australia for one semester, right? But the
Okay,
benefit of it is that you are getting, you are paying ringgit Malaysia, okay?
okay,
So normally students will go for exchange program in their second year, all right, or third year if they're doing for engineering. So they can at least go for that for one semester, and then they pay ringgit Malaysia to gain the experience there, and after that they come back and continue their studies. So this is actually for students who are really kind of they're in a budget, all right, or they want to go to Australia, but they may not have that amount of money, so they may want to consider going to Australia for that one semester to try out. Yeah, that would be a good, I would say, a good option for them. Now, second option would be the transfer program. Now, transfer program means to say that students can actually go start in Malaysia and complete everything in Australia, right? So they can opt for like maybe 1 year Malaysia, 2 years Malaysia, and then the final year in Australia, right? But the thing is, of course, if you go for a transfer program, you have to pay Aussie dollars, right? Australian dollars. Yeah,
okay. So if the tuition fee now in Malaysia is 30,000 ringgit per year, so they have to pay like around $30,000 per year if they go to Australia.
yeah, correct. So,
Okay.
like for example, our business program in Swinburne may cost you about 32,000 ringgit, which is about $8,000, below that $8,000 a year. But if you're going for Australia, that would cost you about 33,000, 34,000 Australian dollars, and when you're converting to US dollars, it's about 20,000 US dollars a year.
So could
Yeah.
you please show your university the subject and the tuition fees for the students? So I think it is,
Subject and tuition fee for next year, is it?
yeah, for the next year for the September intake, I think. So your February
Okay.
intake is close, right?
Yes, our February intake it's actually closed for now, but
Mhm.
for the next available intake would be in this September for degree program.
And how about the master's program?
A master's program, you can actually go for it's February intake closed, but MBA we have May intake. Yes, you can go for May intake.
How about the like a master's of information technology or IT?
Masters of Information Technology, it's let me check. So Masters of Information Technology, we have a July intake, the next one.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
let me share with you the fees, yeah, for
Yeah.
let me check. So these are the fees that you're looking at. So for foundation, this is the fees, about 26,000 ringgit, all right? Then you've
Oh,
talked
so you have
about,
the for foundation you have January, February, July, September, and October intake.
yes,
So you have many intakes. So the students who already finished the SSC, they got the result on November. So I think they can join for the foundation program.
yeah, for July.
Yeah. So what is the minimum entry requirement for the foundation? The student if
For SSC
wants
is
to
3.5.
3.5 and above.
Yes, yes, correct.
So however the scholarship, any students like who got like 4 suppose or 4.5.
Well, for scholarship, okay, let's not go into scholarship first because if we want to, in order for me to switch screen here and there, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll just share with the price first. Then after that, I'll come to the scholarship. Is that okay?
Okay, okay, all right, sure,
Right.
sure.
For
So
foundation,
anyone who would like to join for foundation diploma bachelor program, focus on
yes,
that, your part. This is your part actually. Who finished their SSC, O level, and SPM? Who
yeah,
completed their SPM, SSC, O level, or madrasa is dakhil. So this is your part, diploma and foundation. So you can join diploma and foundation program.
yeah. So diploma is this much, and then this is the foundation. All right. So
So
we're
this
talking
is,
about business. It's about 33,000 ringgit
is it per year or total
per year.
diploma?
This is per year. If you
Okay.
have total, means total. This is also total.
Oh,
Right?
so the diploma is total 2.5 years, only 43,000.
Yes, correct.
And the student getting Australian certificate.
Yes.
I think this is the one of the best that even we can evaluate to the students go for diploma in Swinburne after SSC.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. For
Okay, that's
degree,
that's great.
HSC students,
Mm-hmm.
33,496
Mm-hmm.
for business, and then we have this one quantity surveying course about 28,000, 29,000, I would say. It's a year, yeah. All the courses here are per year.
This is in Malaysian ringgit.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's
And
great.
then here
Uh,
art as well, design, engineering, okay, and also computing and science.
so engineering always expensive than any other subject.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So like then the students I can they can see the tuition fees. I think this is quite reasonable for the students who would like to go for foundations, and the
Yep.
diploma I also saw is very reasonable. So if any students complete your foundations, then they want to switch to Australia. Do they require IELTS or they can go because this is Australian certificate, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's actually quite case by case. So basically, we going to Australia after completing our foundation, it shouldn't be any problem. Okay, because when you're coming from SSC and HSC, you already need to sit for IELTS already.
So
Yeah,
what is the
in
IELTS
order
requirement for your foundation and diploma?
5.5.
5.5.
Yes, for foundation 6.0 for degree.
Okay, so if the student doesn't have IELTS, so they can join your English, then can join the main program, or they
Yes,
have
they
to
can. They
have.
can join our English program, but normally we recommend them to do IELTS first and Duolingo. If they are not successful, then of course they will recommended to go into our English program.
So, what is the Duolingo score that you accept?
For foundation, it's about, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 85 to 90. And if
Okay,
you're going for degree, it's 95 to 100.
okay, that's great. I think so.
Mhm.
If the students worry to give IELTS, sit for IELTS, they can go for Duolingo by sitting here at your home. That is online
Yep.
based exam and easier for you to study and prepare for exam.
Yep.
Okay, then could you please share the scholarship scheme that is students many
Sure,
I think
sure. No
prefer to know
problem.
about the scholarship.
Um, for scholarships, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we for 2023, these are our scholarship. So on. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so for SSC students, foundation, we
Mm-hmm.
have three levels.
Okay.
So if you get 4.5, you get 5,000
Okay.
ringgit off in your foundation.
Scholarship.
If you get
Okay.
4.8, you get 8,000.
Okay.
If you get 5.0, you get 12,000.
So the student's tuition fees that you show me 26,000 ringgit. So if the
Yeah,
student get 12,000 scholarship, that means the student has just have to pay 14,000.
45%. Yeah, it's about 45% off.
Wow. So that means like this is, I think one of the best who have IS. I mean the CGPA five, GPA five. So
Mhm.
for them 14,000 is I think cheaper than any other top ranking university in the world.
Yes. So it's basically a kind of good, I would say it's a very good value foundation where students can actually use this foundation. It's an Australian education at the end of the day.
Okay, okay, that's great. I think that is quite fantastic that even I did not clarify. So now I can tell to the students go for Swinburne Foundations, then move to Australia easily.
Yeah.
So that also students can save 1 year because the foundation is 1 year. So this
Mhm.
student doesn't have to do HSC or A levels. So save one
Yeah.
year, move to Australia. If you have target to study on Australia, take for IELTS. Take IELTS and or Duolingo and sit for Swinburne Foundations.
Hmm. Oh, this is
And
for the O levels.
oh, so this is for any subject, like for diploma, for foundation, for bachelor, for
This is only
masters.
for foundation.
Oh, okay, okay. That's
Yeah.
how
So
about
if
the
you go for, sorry,
how would the diploma?
diploma, we don't have a scholarship, but we do have a bursary.
Okay.
The bursary ranges from wait
So I think the students
so
can get information from the website also, and they can contact with us.
yes, so diploma program all 15%.
Oh, on total tuition fees, 15%.
Yes, correct.
So if the tuition fee is 43,000, so it's multiplied with 15%. So it's about like 10,000
Six
ringgit,
thousand something, 7,000.
7,000, yeah, around
Mm.
7,000, 43,000. So this is, I think, quite very good for the students.
Yes.
Also, how about the bachelor tuition fees? I saw many of our students, they got 12,000 scholarships on the first year tuition fees.
For undergraduate, that would be for HSC.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4.5. It's about 8,000.
So below,
5.0 is about 12,000.
oh, so if the students have below 4.5, will get any scholarship.
No, they don't.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mm.
So like the students, you must if you want scholarship from Swinburne, so you must have 4.5
Hmm.
from your SSC. Or how about if the students from A levels, they need minimum 1 to 2 A, and
Yeah,
above,
correct.
yes, above 3 years above, it will get like 12,000.
12,000. Yep.
Okay, that's great. I think that is very quite impressive. So,
Hmm.
and is there any scholarship for masters?
Masters program all gets 10% at or to until 15%.
So, is it depend on what? The 10 to 15%. So this is depend on which part.
15% for all the programs here.
Oh, so any master's programs, you have MIT, and also you
Yeah,
have yeah, MCM.
master, yeah, MCM, and then we have arts program.
Okay. Oh, TOEFL, the teaching English as a second language. So this is a student. Does they need any entry requirement? The student minimum have the CGPO or
As long
anything?
as they come in for CGPA 2.5, no issue.
Oh, so 2.5 and above CGPA, they can
Right.
join and get the scholarship immediately.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. That's great to know. I think this is very helpful for the international students. And could you please tell the entry requirement to join the Swinburne University? The
For entry
document.
requirement for foundation is SSC 3.5.
Okay,
Okay, and then if you're talking about O levels, it's a 5 credits, 5 Cs for foundation.
minimum 5 Cs. Yeah, this is I think
Yes.
MK requirement also.
Yes, correct. So
Oh,
if you are going for the degree program, you must be HSC 3.5 and above, minimum
okay.
requirement. For this A levels is A levels 8 points in 3 subjects.
Okay, that's great to know.
Mhm.
So I think this is very quite informative. So now I would like to go for question and answer session, Mr. Elton.
Sure.
There we saw so many questions. So I would like to place one by one. So I think it will be helpful for you to
Mhm.
notify and leave. So now I would like to go from Fatima Tabassum. So she asked the questions. So I think you can see.
Mhm.
So, what should the students do if they want to apply for part-time job in Australia?
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't answer you this question because it's in Australia. and I am actually from the Malaysia campus. So for this one, if let's say you were to go to Swinburne, Australia,
Mhm.
you may need to ask the Australia the team that handles the visa and whatnot and ask them this question. So for
So
this, I
I'd
can't
like to
answer you.
add I'd like to add for this question. So I think when any students got the Australian visa, so then the student will state it the requirements. I think they what they can do and what they cannot do in Australia. So we have some of the visa samples. So I think I might can show. I might can go from the Australian visa samples. From there, they stated what students can do and what they cannot do. Just let me see. There are many students. I think they interested to study in Australia, and we got so many inquiries. So I'll tell later one about the question. So I'm looking for the visa copy. Then I'll show. I think it would be easier. So I got some other question also. So I think Mr. Elton go on by one the questions.
Yeah.
There have Miss Nisha also asked, is there any opportunity for credit transfer to masters from Malaysia campus, Swinburne to Australia campus?
Okay. It's actually a good question. So yes, you can actually credit transfer to from the Swinburne Australia campus, Swinburne Malaysia campus to Australia campus. But however, I would say that I'm not recommended it because I don't recommend it because the reason why is for master's program is actually quite short. And normally it's at 1.5 years to 2 years. It depends on whether you are cognate exemptions or you are non-cognate, right?
Yeah.
So for this, if you want to transfer, yes, you can, but it may take you a while for you to apply the visa and whatnot. So you may prolong your studies here and there. Yeah. But answer to that is that yeah, you can actually do that. This possibility.
Okay, so I got another question from.
The same thing, right?
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yes. So I got another question from Muhammad Khalid Hassan. I
Mm.
think why is one university special based for other university from
Okay.
other universities?
Okay, that's a
This is
very a good question. Okay.
yeah,
If you ask me, whether I would not say one uni is better than the other uni, right? The reason why is because all universities have their own strength and weaknesses. Now let's
yes,
focus on Swinburne's strength. Yeah. So Swinburne, we are actually a top-ranking university. Now, with a top-ranking university, all right, when you get a degree from university like Swinburne, right,
yes.
you are actually getting a the brand there, you know. So, meaning to say that when you go out in the industry or you want to work in your future, right, at least I would say at least people will know who we are and easily can get you a job or a career, a rewarding career in the future. Now, Swinburne University, we started off as a technical college, engineering technical college in 1908. So 1908, which is about 100, almost about 120 years of history that we have. And we have been actually focusing a lot on engineering, and IT programs. So if you are actually someone who pursue IT and engineering program, and you want to get into industry that is actually giving you a rewarding career, right, a good job, good pay, then I would say that Swinburne is something that you can consider or you can look forward to. All right. So that is our strength basically.
Oh, that's great. That's great to know. I think, and thank you very much. I'm sorry, my I think internet is become slow.
Yeah, no worries.
So Mr. Hilton, I think you can read on the right side to go through your the questions.
Okay.
There are the comments sections to read the question.
Which question you're referring to?
So one by one you can go. There have so many questions I saw.
Okay. So so I saw one of the question here. It says that how much bank statement do I need to show when going to Australia, in Malaysia, when going to Australia, or credit transfer in bachelor program? Okay, that bank statement itself, it may change from time to time. I'm not too really sure on that as well. I may need to get back to you on this as well. But of course, sometimes you are required to show a bank statement in order for you to come to actually transfer to Swimmer Australia. Okay.
Okay.
Um. So are you there right now?
Yeah, yeah, I'm there, but yeah, I'm still like trying to raise because I used the wrong browser.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you can go.
So yeah. So another thing I saw, Ikram here says that do you provide accommodation facilities? If yes, how much does this cost? So yes, of course we do provide on-campus and off-campus accommodation. It's very depending on what type of accommodation that you want to. If you want something nearer to universities, then on-campus accommodation is the one to go for. I would say the price is about 490 ringgit to about 1,002 ringgit a month. Whereas for off campus, it can be about 650 to about 1,003 a month. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
That you
great.
can actually consider. Um, so I think most of the questions are being addressed earlier. Okay. Okay, there's one more question here. Does a student get any extra for intern after graduation from Swinburne? If yes, then how long is it? Basically, internship it depends on your optional or compulsory internship. But I would say that you can do the internship while you are actually in your study. All right. So if you're going for engineering, then it's a compulsory internship that you need to do before you can even graduate. Okay.
Yeah, yes, yes, you can go. Yes, brother, you can continue.
Yeah. I think there's another question here saying how many years study gap accepted for master's program. Study gap for masters, I think it's actually we can take a big long kind of year study gap. All right. So it depends on your I would say that your experience. All right. If you have maybe about 5 to 10 years of working experience, we also accept basically, right? Just that we need your resume to have a look. Okay. All right. So I think now we will wait for our organizer. I don't know where our organizer is, and then we'll get back to you. Right. Okay, guys, because of the organizer it's of this event is basically some technical issues, so I think we will have to redo some part of it later on. So unfortunately, we have to end this session for now, and we will get back to you on these questions that you may have later on. All right. So thank you for those who tune in, and yeah, and appreciate your time as well. All right. Thank you.